Is there anybody else wishing to speak tonight? Anybody on Zoom number?
Yes, we have a few hands raised. Sylvia, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I would like to draw the public's attention to the Bukola versus Boucher federal case, available on Pacer for public viewing. In this case, Mr. Rarig, in his private capacity, is a defendant. Mr. Rarig and the City of Carmel attempted to be represented by the non-local, LA-based firm of Carpenter Roth and Stumont. As counsel for Carpenter.
Good morning, people. We have an amazing video, as a matter of fact. Her name is Teresa Bukola. She has reached out to me several times before. I have shared her work before, but she sent me this yesterday and I was watching and I was totally blown away. She's doing an outstanding job doing some of the things pro se. Good morning, Rice Crispy. Good to see you, brother. Jot, everybody here. Thank you guys for being here. Christopher Landrum, good to see you, my brother. Claudette, Thomas, Outlaw Cop Watch. All right, so she sent me this video and I was totally blown away. Because of her, she got this whole damn law firm. Pretty much, a couple people don't work for the law firm no more.
Using violence as a first resort is a sign
another
of
one is
weakness
under
of character
investigation
and a
because of
lack
her.
of masculinity.
She's
We are
badass.
about to meet Officer Joseph Boucher of the Carmel by the Sea Police Department.
So moderators, if you can, get her channel link up there. Let's get her some support. What's up, Indiana Auditor? Good to see you. Michael Reed, hell yeah. The old Jolly Saucy Bunch is in the chat today. Tennessee Accountability, good to see you. Herb, 74777, good to see you guys. Lolly for Liberty, Elliot, heck yeah, guys. So, totally blown away. What's up, Joey? Good to see you, bro. Totally blown away by her work. She's been putting in work for a minute. She's the one that had the video where she got body slammed by the cop. And then later on, that same cop pulls her over. And because of the lawsuit, the cop was forced to leave her alone. The supervisor called and was like, nah, let her go, man. We ain't trying to mess with this woman. But you guys are about to see why and they shouldn't mess with this woman. She's tough, man.
In California. By this point in 2021, his department, City Hall, and the one and only Officer Boucher have gotten hammered with my documents. In this video, we'll listen to him generate one excuse after another about why he can't accept any more of my sheets of paper as he attempts in vain to hide his fear of what happens when one of the people fight back with the law, while simultaneously we'll see his groping and violence of what precipitated the serving of those papers in the first place.
Who's serving these documents?
Are these any kind of like civil documents or something?
They're.
Are you a legal processor?
No.
That can serve documents like this to people?
I'm a man.
Okay.
I'm a friend of Teresa's.
Okay. She's more than happy to mail them in. So we don't, because of COVID and everything, we're not going to take any documentation.
I've given them here twice during COVID before.
Okay. Well, if you're not a server, like a process server that serves legal documents,
You don't have to have a license to serve be a
well, you have
process
to be
server.
appointed by the court, correct?
No.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we don't need them. So, what kind of documents are they?
They're legal documents,
What kind of legal documents?
common law legal process.
What are they for?
They're for various things. Teresa did them all. I'm just
Okay.
her
Then she
friend.
needs to have a company serve them.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. I've served them here myself personally twice before. I've served them to the Carmel Sheriff,
But we're supposed to just obey authority, right? They say we should just comply and obey authority. When they're misleading, they're continuously lying to the people. Telling, yeah, you can't turn that in here. Where else, man?
Santa Clara County Sheriff.
What kind of documents are there? Because I can't take them unless the city attorney takes them. If you want to go to the city and serve the city attorney.
No, we've been told that before. That's not correct.
Okay, but I work for the city.
Yes.
And I know the city attorney doesn't want me to accept any documents that have to do with any kind of civil matters or civil suits.
This
I
is.
can't accept them if they're because of a civil suit, because I'm not.
It's not. It's not a suit. They're legal processes. They're notices.
Notices of what?
Various different notices.
Okay, well, without knowing what they are, I can't accept them.
What a stupid cop.
If their legal process notices, that has to go to the city. That we can't.
Then
accept
why
that.
have they accepted them here
know.
twice before?
Well, I'm not going to.
From me and previously from other people as well.
They need to go to the city attorney.
That's not true.
Especially
We've
if
been
it has-
told that.
if
You
it has
know,
legality issues.
we were told by the sheriff's department in Salinas that we needed to go to the city attorney, the county legal,
Okay.
and
Makes sense.
then we talked to another person, and it turned out not to be true.
What other person did you talk to?
To the secretary in the sheriff's
Okay, well, this is not the
reception.
sheriff's department. We represent the city of Carmel. Those documents need to be transferred or handed off to the city hall, the city attorney, and the city attorney can determine what they want to do with them. If there are legal processes, that obviously has to go through the city attorney, because I'm not an attorney. Does that make sense?
So, DJ.
You know, I believe you've received these documents before, Mr. Boucher.
Okay.
So
Are they- what- I mean,
why would
If you
you?
don't know what kind of documents they are, then why would I accept them?
You don't have to know
I'm
what
not
a
trying to be
document is.
difficult. I just-
You don't have to
look at
know.
this from my point of view.
Well, you don't-
If somebody was coming up to you and giving you documents and you had no idea what they were for, would you accept them?
You're in the capacity of your job, dumb cop. Take the
I-
dick.
That's
yeah.
a fair question. Would you accept them?
Yeah, if it was my job
Was it
to.
legal representation?
Probably I
dumb
would,
cop.
yes.
No, you wouldn't. By the look in your face, you wouldn't accept them. So why would I accept those if that has some type of legal ramifications if I accept them? I suggest that you take those to the city attorney so
Okay.
that everything is clean,
You know, you
and
may
everything is by the
you
book.
may be liable personally for not accepting these documents because you are concerned with these documents.
Okay. They have to be through a civil.
You've received these documents before. You're aware of what they are.
I've never
Actually,
received those before.
yeah, you have. I have copies of notices
You're
that.
welcome to take them to the city attorney and let the city attorney look at them. And if the
I
city
hear what
attorney
you're
wants
saying,
to
but
transfer
I'm
them to
telling
the-
you, you may be liable. Okay?
Okay.
What's up, buddy?
Thank you. I asked you many times nicely, and you forced me to do that, just so you know that. Okay? I didn't want to do that, but you forced me to do that.
She forced him to beat her up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, hi. Mr. Boucher, you are served, as well as the rest of the other people who work here. Thank you very much.
Boom. Hell yeah.
My, Mr. Tough Guy. If you're this terrified of the consequences of your action, I mean, it's just paper, and I'm only a woman. How about going forward, you not stick your grubby paws into
Right.
women's pants when you don't
Right,
know if
right.
she has a husband or a fiance, or take a moment to consider that it might just really piss her off when strange men lay hands on her without her consent after you were just following orders. But in this instance, Joseph Boucher, you had every right to be concerned, even though none of us, including me, had any idea how badly the case would unfold for you over time. Here is Jonathan Redford, the attorney you hired to defend your groping and violent siege of a beautiful part of the California coast. I had to deal with this guy in federal litigation for over a year.
That's right.
Redford, on your behalf, dicked me around time and time again, withholding the disclosure of records we the people were always entitled to receive after you and your city council members betrayed us. Redford repeatedly canceled our follow-up meetings at the last minute, which were scheduled so I could obtain those records, and told the court he promised absolutely on everything he held dear that all those records would be disclosed by a particular date, and that date would come and go, and there would be nothing but more bullshit excuses. Kind of like the ones you were giving up to my friend before he dropped an envelope in front of you. Redford was so smug and arrogant, so used to harming his neighbors and withholding evidence, he made the mistake of believing God had forgotten about his
Morning,
sins. And yet, a year and a half into litigation, a pro se litigant figured out that for the entirety of her case, Redford had not only failed to formally appear, but was never admitted to practice law in that court, making every single one of the documents he tried to file into my case for you null and void. You, City Hall, and your fellow officers left a multi-million-dollar lawsuit undefended for a total of 607 days. You cannot recover from this. And Officer Boucher, you are not going to believe it, but on the same day, April 2nd, 2024, when the firm you hired withdrew Redford from the case for his monumental fuck-up, they dropped in another attorney, Esther Teixeira, who claimed on her notice of appearance that she was admitted to practice law in that court, when it turns out she wasn't either. That's right, Boucher, your firm, the one you and the city hired, wound up making the identical and fatal error not once but twice on the same day during the same federal case. My case, the one where you hold the title role of Buccola versus Boucher. So what were the consequences of these dumbfounding errors by the attorneys who hired? Let's take a look one at a time. First, both of your attorneys, Rothens and Redford, were admonished by the judge back in March when the avalanche of your attorneys' errors was just the beginning of the ice and snow at the top of the mountain. An admonishment is a form of sanction. Then Jonathan Redford loses his 20-year partnership in the firm. I mean, ouch. Your attorney was forced to leave his stable, long-standing career at Carpenter Rothens with his tail between his legs. That must have chapped his ass that the time of running from his sins had come to an end. After I reported Teixeira's blunder, the judge ordered them all, Redford, Teixeira, and your chosen law firm, to try and talk their way out of how in the world learned counsel got caught with their pants down by one with no formal training in the law. And rather than unwinding them from their incompetence, their 3 confessions also got Teixeira sanctioned by the court, and not only did your shamed attorney lose his 20-year partnership, but he's been referred over to the Standards Committee for investigation and further disciplinary measures, as well as his entire firm. Apparently, this is a very big deal.
Yeah, so she straight up put them in check, dude. And she sent me an email. Let me see if I can find it really quick and read what she says, because she does a lot of pro se work, and she has told me that she's willing to help some people as well. Some folks that, excuse me, that are dealing with shit. In reality, that's kind of what we need, guys. We need attorneys. We need people. Even if you're not an attorney, if you know how to do some of this stuff pro se, we need help. We need guidance. There's a lot of us getting arrested out here. Big G Audit, it's good to see you, bro. We're all dealing with a lot of shit out here, guys. Not all of us, but some of us definitely. Lane Myers as well. Utah Cop Watch is dealing with some shit. We definitely can use some help out here, right? Let me read to you the email she sent me. The attorneys fell one by one. Hey, David, I don't know if you'd be interested in this, but I describe in the video how after filing a lawsuit pro se and getting near 300 docket entries in, my research got 3 attorneys sanctioned. One was both withdrawn from the case and lost his 20-year partnership, and both he and his entire firm have been referred over to the Standards Committee on Professional Conduct in the Northern District Court of California for investigation, further disciplinary measures, and remedial action. And this all had to do with when I got thrown on the ground by those 2 officers you showed on your channel. By the way, if you want to have that guy call me that you did a live stream with last week, I don't know if it's 68 Shots that she's referring to, because I did a few interviews last week, that you did a live stream with last week, maybe I could help him. So feel free to have him give me a call. I beat 3 criminal charges this police department tried to attach me to, and I also did that without an attorney. Thanks again, David. I love your channel. Power to the people. Well, shout out to you for sure, Teresa. And I definitely, I can say right now that we need a lot of help out here. I am just a man who has no backing and no background in studying law. I never went to law school, stuff like that. So everything that we all learn from my channel, I learned from you guys as well, watching other channels as well. But I think we're stepping it up, to a place where I've never been. That's in the courtrooms, city council meetings, and people are going in there asking questions, demanding answers and accountability and transparency. And we have also people that are fighting, for themselves. Look, we don't have money to pay for attorneys. As a matter of fact, we give up all our money so that when cops violate our rights, we actually pay for their attorneys. So I don't see how that's fair, right? So massive shout out to Teresa, not only for doing the work that she's doing as well, but to offer a helping hand to this community, to the people of this community. I think that's great. And definitely I want to say I appreciate Teresa for that. And thank you, Teresa, for offering that. And, you know, if some of you guys want to, you know, maybe ask her some questions, whatever, send me an email, recordpolicenow@gmail.com. I'll try to get you guys in contact with each other. I'm going to try to maybe interview Teresa as well. Maybe if you guys have any questions for Teresa, leave them in the comment section of this video. We'll ask her some questions as well. How can they approach, you know, fighting cases pro se, filing lawsuits pro se, stuff like that. That kind of shit is important. So let's all continue to learn from each other. And I'm going to continue to use my numbers to help out channels like this, like Teresa's channel, who actually want to help the people. So
done by the research of some non-threatening pro se litigant, underestimated from day one when I walked onto the stand to try and talk you, Officer Greg Johnson, in City Hall, out of your attempts to conquer your own people. In vain, I might add. But I can't take any credit for these blunders. Yeah, I found them, but they were put into motion by the best friend woman could ever have. One and the same whose wrath you incurred on the day you stole nature from all those he loves, not just you. Because the truth of the matter is, what any good moral lawyer would have told all of you when you approached them to defend your flaccid attempts to conquer us was take a hike, traitors. But the money and the glory was just too tempting.
I'm a lawyer! That's my job! That's what I do!
So let this serve as a warning to all the uniformed thugs out there masquerading as servants of the people, who lie to themselves repeatedly about how their groping and violence is just another day at the office. Don't make the mistake of judging a book by its cover, because you're not going to know the size of the fight in the dog until you're ready to tap out from a lawful rear naked choke. And what happened with the case? This chapter is closed, and I'm moving on to the next battle in the appeal. What I've learned during the past 4 years is to read between the lines to uncover the tricks they'll employ when you beat seasoned professionals at their own game, and that would include judges. Because the fact of the matter is, Judge Cousins, it wasn't entirely the fault of Redford's. It was partially Boucher's, partially Redford's, and partially his firm's, but it was ultimately yours, Judge, for not keeping control of your own court. This was never my responsibility to be doing the work of the clerk, 2 firms, your clerk, and a judge, and you let one pretender slip through your judicial awareness, but 2 on the same day, and that you let me find it? Word is for a judge to close a case immediately, which is what Cousins did on the same day, is rare, meaning he tried to stop me from being able to respond to his void judgment or file another single document into PACER after October 24th, because he knows I would have shredded his attempts to cover for you again. If you had been there during the last time me and the judge faced off, you'd know.
Yo, Backwoods Boval, is that how you pronounce it? Copy your link and send it to recordpolicenow@gmail.com, because if not, I'll forget. Copy your link and paste it to my Gmail, recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Moderators or anybody in the chat, if you guys can put that up there for Backwoods, recordpolicenow@gmail.com, and I'll check out your video.
He was trying to take my mouth
What's
shut.
up, Crystal? Good to
Many
see you.
times during the October 2nd hearing,
What's up, AWOL?
after I calmly asked him a battery of questions, he sat there staring at me in mute silence, much to the delight of the 20 people that came to watch the show. I know the law, I know the rules, and I know this case like the back of my hand, and poor Judge Cousins had nowhere to hide. So for him to dismiss my case after my adversaries did a no-show on the battlefield for 607 days is like declaring victory for the losing side.
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left. Yes, I have. Look, it's just a flesh wound.
So Cousins is trying to tell us these were all just
I seen that you emailed me, Cape Cod Cop Watcher. I just haven't opened it yet.
flesh wounds, but it was yet more subterfuge.
Yeah,
So
no
don't
doubt.
fear,
Apocalypse
my
Emotions.
fellow patriots,
I'm just getting warmed up.
because if I couldn't get this document into PACER, I submitted this objection by certified mail on Monday as my swan song performance in Bucola versus Boucher. It ain't over till the fat lady sings and the plaintiff doesn't hear any singing.
Well, we don't need him, so.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Teresa, man. Great protests are great works of art, Diego Rivera. Shout out to Press Harder. This is a protest. That shit is dope. Don't piss off Press Harder on a cop watch, man. He'll fucking protest you. He'll protest you. Yeah. Shout out to Teresa. Good job. Good job. I would like to interview her soon, guys. Maybe get a I did this video for her before in the past. The 2 Carmel by the Sea police officers leave a traffic stop empty-handed. Yep. She also was arrested on the beach. I think it was for not wearing a mask, right? Or something like that. She keeps stirring up the hornet's nest. Because she just doesn't want to obey. She won't just comply, guys. So, because she won't just comply, they want to make her out to be a bad person. Bad people, right? She's a badass for sure, Outlaw Cop Watch. And maybe it's too early. I don't know. I didn't let her know that I was going to go live and show this. But I definitely want to get her as much support as possible because I think she's onto something. I think she's onto something great. Let's see what these idiot cops say.
I'm fine. Is this private property?
Well, you're not supposed to be here.
Is it private?
Yes, it is. We have this whole COVID going on right now. We can't be around here.
Okay. I thought this was public property. It's not?
Well, it was, but this whole COVID going on, we can't have visitors or people just sticking around here. Unless they're checking in.
How am I going to get anybody sick right here?
Well, that's the hospital.
What's up, Money 420?
So this is private property. So how it works is either you're going to register, or you.
So it is it's private property or it's public?
So can you let me finish?
Yeah.
So the only way you can be here in the hospital is if you're here to register, or you're here to visit someone. So since you're not here to visit anyone, you're not here to register, we're not asking you to leave.
Okay, so I just want to make certain that this is private property.
It's private property.
It's not public.
Yeah, and Anonymous
Public, if you're here to register.
is being on a closed beach during the pandemic.
Since we're not allowing visitors right now, there's no reason for you to be here unless you're going to register.
Okay, so even if I'm sitting here, I'm causing a problem.
Yeah, I heard of the Well Comedy Club. Mark?
Well, what would the world do without order followers, right? We might abolish slavery. Good job, though.
Who is
Glad
she,
you're
Charles
keeping the world
Murphy?
safe
Charles
from
Murray? My bad.
women sitting down against the wall. It's commendable. Your mamas would be proud.
Her channel is Teresa Bucola, for you guys moderators. Yeah, right now, me too, TNA. Me too, bro. I like this guy's channel name, Money 420. 2 things that can get us through the day, right? 2 things that can get us through the day. Yo, this is a video that I actually wanted to watch before with you guys. I think we're going to watch this one together soon. I don't think I have time today. Let me see. I got about an hour, guys. I got about an hour before I got to get out of here.
In police work, when people say that there's that code of silence.
Oh, this one is actually pretty good. I actually watched about half of it, and I had planned to watch it with you guys. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down because I want to make this video specifically for Teresa only. Moderators, put Teresa's channel link up there. I'm going to go to the San Joaquin News Network channel. If you guys, moderators, if you can, put the San Joaquin News Network channel on there right now. And you guys go over to the San Joaquin News Network channel. You guys get ready because I'm going to go refill my coffee. I'm going to go live on the San Joaquin News Network channel. Moderators, mount up. Let's get everybody there, right? We got over 200 people watching right now. So let's get everybody over to the San Joaquin News Network channel. And you guys, I'll be going live here shortly. So let's go. I'll see you guys over there. Just the guy having fun. I'll see you over there, bro. Let's go.